Hello, Raleigh. Robert Courts coming to you from your backyard. And I'm here to remind you, Raleigh, that everything you need is right in your backyard. Discover the power of local. It resides right at the tips of your fingers. Today, we are hitting the road. We are leaving Raleigh and headed to Chapel Thrill. But I think you'll find it a worthwhile trip, even though we are leaving the grand borders of Raleigh. I've got a special guest today, and my guest today is Emily Behr. Hello, Emily.
Hi, it's Emily. Hi.
Sure it is. Uh,
Emily.
Emily. Well, Emily Behr is here today with Growga, a wellness startup, and their tagline is "Grow Mindful." Emily, will you please tell us a little bit about Growga?
Sure. Yeah. So, Growga is a curriculum creation and training platform that works within communities to bring yoga outside of the four walls of a studio to directly to where children are learning and leading and playing. So we have a comprehensive program that focuses on social motivating, yoga, and mindfulness in every class. And we serve children of all ages 2 to 18, and we also do some adult programming as well.
Well, so you've taken yoga out of the studio. That seems like a brand new concept to me. I've never heard that. And so you don't have a physical place of business. How do you then do yoga outside of the yoga studio?
Yeah, so we really wanted to make mindfulness and yoga as accessible as possible by meeting people where they were. So we partner with organizations and schools and businesses. So, for example, the YMCA, we partner with the Durham Public School System. We partner with tumble gyms and dance studios to bring yoga directly to where children already are and where families already are, so that we can serve as almost, for some, the first introduction to yoga and mindfulness.
Well, that's a great concept, almost ingenious, almost on Robert Court's level, but not quite. But in all seriousness, that's fantastic. How did you develop this idea? Is this something that came to you overnight or something you've been working on for years?
So I've been in the wellness industry for about 10 years, and I've been a yoga instructor. I have worked in I've managed a yoga studio, yoga and Pilates studio. I've worked for a wellness nonprofit. So I've seen it in a lot of different ways. And when I had children of my own, it really started from me wanting to be able to share things that I had gained from my practice in yoga and mindfulness. I wanted to be able to share it in an engaging way with my kids so that as they grew up, they could, be able to do things like notice their emotions, notice how that affects their body, how it affects their actions, and be able to almost to regulate it. And so I sought to find a way to communicate that to them in a fun way. And I found kids yoga. And then from that started teaching just my own kids. And then that went from there to teaching my neighborhood, to then wanting to teach teachers how to be able to share that with others. And so I, at that point, I said, how do we really make this a worthwhile program that focuses not just on the movement piece, but also on, something that can support their social emotional health, something that can support their mental health and their physical health at the same time. So I met at that point our director of curriculum and creation, and we put together a curriculum that spans for the entire year. And we, from that, created a training program, Growga.
Well, that's fantastic. Doing these interviews, you have a common theme to your entrepreneurship. You see a real need. You found expertise right at home with your own children and teaching them at an early age the power of mindfulness, and then expanding that into the community. So that's very admirable, and it seems to be one of the repeated paths to entrepreneurship.
Mm.
But if I may ask, I would assume that once you have the curriculum, you can go into any number of places, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be a school or a business. I mean, it can be large to small to huge, it seems. Are you seeing a great deal of opportunity in different organizations?
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, it's really, that's what's so great about this is it's so versatile. So like we partner with people like with like, for example, Tanger Outlets came to us
Oh,
and said, yeah. And they said, hey, we're looking for some unique programming that will, draw, parents in with their kids so that, the kids have something fun to do. And then the parents and kids will shop after and they get some, and some coupons or something. So
right. That's
we,
great.
yeah, so we have done stuff like that. We work, with within, like apartment complexes. We're looking for special amenities to offer their tenants. We've worked with corporations that have childcare on site, so it's really versatile. And so it's hard to narrow it down to like, oh, we only work with this kind of customer because we
Right.
are, we want to be able to serve everyone and be able to just make this as accessible as we can.
Well, it's such a unique concept and structure that it probably has many endless opportunities. If you are an organization that wants to engage children and their families in mindfulness, it's an incredible and easy way to do it, it seems to me.
Yeah.
Uh,
And our whole goal is like, how do we make it fun? How do we make it so that the kids afterwards are saying, gosh, I can't wait to go back. Cause it would, so we incorporate games and, it's very playful and we focus on games and fun, but we also focus on that connection piece as well. So it's all about building relationships with the families and the kids and learning how to support them. But at the same time, when we're partnering with these organizations, it's learning about them too. So like
right.
what is important to them? What do they, why do they want to reach out to more families? Is it because they, want some sort of elevated childcare option that gives their kids a comprehensive and fun way to connect with each other and themselves a little bit deeper? Is it because they're wanting to support the social emotional health and wellness of the children that they're already serving? So it's a lot. It's really getting to know our customers, and which we really call partners because that's what we see it as, is we're partnering alongside of them to help them achieve their goals while also helping us achieve ours.
Truly, one of the powers of local. When you can look Emily directly in the eye, you're going to be able to take her concept and personalize it to infinite degree. But it's such a mobile concept. I know you started out at Chapel Hill, but I'm assuming that you could go anywhere with this. Have y'all already seen that kind of opportunity?
Yeah, so we started out at Chapel Hill, and we really launch into new markets through existing partnerships. So we have a partnership with a fitness chain that had locations throughout the Triangle and Triad. So we launched into the Triad through that, and then eventually we launched into Wilmington area as well as Charleston, and now through another partnership we're working with. We're launching into Chicago area.
Ooh,
So
good Lord, yeah,
yeah, so we're,
yeah.
we have over 100 teachers now that are certified to teach our program. And we are excited to continue to expand throughout North and South Carolina and beyond. So yeah,
I
it's,
love it when a local company grows up and gets big. It just does my heart good. Congratulations.
thank
Keep
you.
up the great work. We only have a few more minutes, so one quick thing. I've heard about the Growga gift. Could you
Yeah,
mention
Growga Gives. So Growga
that?
Gives is it's a part of our company that is really helping us live into our mission of accessibility. So we're really excited. We just, over the past couple of months, we saw that there was, and we've always lived into the fact that everybody can be mindful. You don't have to be you don't have to, it doesn't matter. Like there should not be any hurdles to you experiencing mindfulness
Right.
or yoga or connection. So for us, the Growga Gives program, is a really awesome program that we've launched to be able to offset some of the costs for our students that might be taking our classes, for our teachers that might be taking our training, and for partners that maybe organizations that don't have enough funds to be able to normally do outside programming, but we want to be able to work with them and make this as accessible as possible. So this program allows us to be able to set funds aside to help subsidize some of that, so that anyone take part in Growga regardless of their ability to pay. And so not only do we do things like a Saturday morning donation only class where for adults that to raise funds, but we also donate 1% of our revenue towards this effort, as well as offer our participants and our partners the ability to kind of work alongside of us to help in this mission. So we're just getting it started, but we're really excited about it.
Well, Emily, you have touched on so many of the cornerstones of the power of local. A dream come true, better service than you can get when you work with a local company, and local supports local. You're doing a great job. Very thankful for you sharing some time with us today. Real quick, if I'm a part of an organization or I'm running a church or a business that wants to be a part of this, how do I get a quote from you?
Yeah, so you can go onto our website. It's mygrowga.com, and it's a clear way to request a quote or become a partner with us. You just simply fill in a little bit of criteria of what you're looking for, and then we have someone in touch with you within 24 hours to kind of start a conversation with you and find a way that we can work alongside of you so that it fits for your corporation or your company or your church or your organization. As you mentioned, we have a lot of different options, and possibilities.
Well, Emily, thank you. You're a fine example of the power of local. And Raleigh and Chapel Hill, I welcome you to call Emily, learn a little bit more about Growga, and remember, the power of local resides in your fingertips. Take a minute to support local. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time right here in your backyard. Bye-bye.